Best you deliver.
Used to be a DJ.
Best you deliver.
Bishop.
Right.
Best you deliver.
Yeah, and this is another episode of Special Delivery with your boy Ty Hill and
Derrick Johnson Jr.
You know, this is the platform where you are in control of the questions that we answer. So you actually sent these questions in, and we gonna answer them for you to the best of our ability. Now, let's go ahead with our beautiful co-host, who y'all never get to see. It's like, remember Tim the Two-Man Taylor?
Behind the behind the fence, with the bucket hat.
Mr. Wilson, right?
All wise, Mr. Wilson. Never, no face though.
So, we got Mrs. Wilson in here. She about to get y'all question that y'all gave us this week. Let's go.
Okay, so this viewer went straight to the point. How do you know you can trust your partner?
Well, I think you don't know until you know. I believe that a lot of us, we put ourselves in situations where we don't want to be betrayed. So we don't give a person the opportunity to show who they are. And I believe in any type of relationship, friendship, business, I believe you have to give a person an opportunity to show that they can be trusted. A lot of, great, foundations are built on trust. I believe is one of the main qualities of any substantial, bond or relationship. So if you're not willing to see what a person is in a different circumstance, how do you know who they are? And I believe with a lot of trauma, a lot of past experiences, we only take baby steps with getting to know someone. You have to allow things to play out. You have to ask certain questions. You have to really look forward to opportunities to put people in that position to see, what they're worth. I believe that any situation should be subject to, I say, an evaluation period. Everyone's trust, everyone's friendship and value should be tested ever so often, because when different circumstances come along, people change. So don't ever just say a person is trustworthy off of one act. You have to really continue to evaluate those things in order to measure it. And then circumstances will change and you're able to adjust and, make decisions based off of experiences happening. So, and even with thyself, you want to show that you are trustworthy. So one act doesn't mean that you are trustworthy. You were just trusted in that, particular, scenario. So I believe a person would only know until you don't know. But time, experiences will have to really play out for a person to really determine and measure, if one can be trusted.
Totally agree. Circumstances, they change people. So it's all about what you go through, and you won't know until it actually happens. But reality is, if you have any doubts in your mind about trusting the person that you are probably with the wrong motherfucking person. You should be with somebody, you deserve somebody that you trust fully, or at least a great amount, because I'm one of those people that's a little stickler for the trust word, you feel me? I don't believe that you trust anyone fully. You feel me? You trust them to a certain extent, but if that's your partner, you should be at least to a point that you trust them enough. You would give them your life type of things. You trust your life in their hands, because reality, if it's somebody that you're actually dealing with, your life is in their hands. I mean, shit. While you sleep, we all see the TV shows. What's the TV shows? How to Kill That Little Chick just got locked up the other day. The chick that wrote How to Kill Your Husband and Get Away with It or something.
Yeah,
she didn't get away with it. She locked up. She got locked up, I think, yesterday or some shit.
How to Get Away with Murder? That?
No, How to Get Away with Killing Your Husband. That's literally the name of it. And she's locked up for killing her husband. So, wow. But it's literally. Your life is in their hands, so you should be able to trust them. And if you ever have those type of doubts that is serious trust issues, you're probably with the wrong person. Get the fuck away.
Yeah, I agree. And when trust is compromised, depending on what the circumstances is, again, circumstantial, allow a person to gain it back. You can have a person who fell short and you can not forgive them, or, just have certain restrictions. A person can be living in hell, and that wouldn't probably give them any great incentive to be better. Allow a person to become better. To redeem themselves, if you will. But and it goes hand in hand. But it's definitely an ongoing process. Never a destination. It's a journey when we're talking about trust.
If you want to, forgiveness doesn't always have to come with forgetting, nor allowing a person back inside your space or your life or to hold any type of power again with you. You feel me? So just because you forgave a person, we forgive for ourselves.
For ourselves.
It's not for that person. But forgiving that person does not have to come with that person now being back allowed inside your space. For all the people that I have a problem with in this world or had a problem with, I've been forgave you. I might not never fuck with you again, but I forgive you. I have no will intent in my heart for you. Oh yeah, I just wanted to be sure about what I was saying. So yesterday, we got a lot of light in here today, don't we? This
light is great.
That shit blinding the fuck out me. Yeah, her name is I forgot her name, but it says she once wrote an essay on how to murder your husband. This week, the jury found her guilty of murdering her husband. So wow. your life is in their hand. I believe her name is Nancy Crampton. Yeah.
Wow.
She did not get away with murder. Living that life. She did not get away with murder.
Obviously, yeah. But I definitely, I agree. Forgiveness doesn't mean the consequence won't or shouldn't be imposed. I forgive you, but that's for me.
Exactly.
That's
so
real.
Yeah, our advice. We kind of felt that one together. You feel me? Our advice. Circumstances make people do certain things, and you won't really know all the things about trust until you get to those circumstances. But if it's anything that's serious, and you got those doubts or issues, you're probably with the wrong one.
Okay, so our next question. What are the pros and cons of dating someone significantly younger than you are? And should you be patient with their immaturities?
Well, age is one thing that one should take into account. The era or the generation that they may be in, their influences. So definitely, age is a lot of pros and cons on both sides. One may be older, one is older and one is younger. So you're living in different time frames, and I believe culture is also a part of it as well. Like a lot of customs, values. You can probably pinpoint a person, by their age and going by what era they are, and know, hey, where they are. Now, as far as the patience, that's again to that person. Like if I'm up in age and I have a younger young lady, then I already know how much patience I have. I already know how much grace that I'm willing, to allow according to where I want to go, where I am in life, where she may be in life, and where she may be able to go. So a lot of things you have to take into account. But it's not just age. It's I believe culture, values, what they know, their foundations. They all take into account. I know that some younger women, they may have the values and the structure, but they just are not experienced. And you have older ones who have the experience, but they have no structure. They have no values. So this is the word that I've been using, is all about the circumstances. But age is something that one would and should take into account, because a lot of pros and a lot of cons on both sides.
So what are they?
I mean, you got to take into account the age thing is one thing, but like you said, experience is another thing. You feel me? So your age is not the end all be all, or however the fuck that saying go. That's not all. You feel me? You could be very mature for your age. You could have been through a lot for your age, which means you're a lot more experienced, developed, and seasoned. You feel me? So you see different things. You feel me? I felt 40 when I was fucking 22. So and I've been through some real life situations that made me feel as though I knew for a fact, not even just feel as though, I knew for a fact most of the 40-year-olds that I knew ain't been through the shit that I've been through at that time. So, and they wasn't living how I was living at that time, which made me more advanced in it. But I mean, of course, mentally, it's still probably a little delay in there somewhere. But it's back to courting correctly. You can't court a fucking 20-year-old and expect her to act 45. And you shouldn't want her to, because at the same time, your 45-year-old ass and I'm just giving out these numbers, your 45-year-old ass has to realize that you had an opportunity and a time to go out and play in your 20s, have fun in your 30s. You knew you lived that life. So it's insensitive and it's immature of you, whoever's the oldest one in there, to expect them not to want to live out their early years as well. You know, our younger years are built for mistakes. You know, that first half of life is built for the mistakes that we make and shit like that. So the pros would be flexibility. No, it's some there's some in shape ladies that's over age, you feel me? But the pros is
I would say the pros are.
It goes different ways.
The pros are could be all right with a couple. The pros could be my weakness may be a strength of yours. So if I'm up in age, I may not be as I guess energetic with certain things. However, the youthfulness of my counterpart may, give me life.
But again, though, like I said, age isn't end all be all, because I just now spoke on the reference of age for her being immature, him being immature because they're younger. You feel me? But let's keep in mind, just because he's older or she's older does not mean that she's mature or whether they're mature or on the level that they supposed to be in. So the pros and cons of it goes up and down depending upon what the relationship is. Just like any relationship, your pros and cons of what the fuck y'all going through. The pro could be, like you said, she's stronger or he's stronger in one area and the other one is not. You feel me? But that's supposed to be what your mate is anyway. One of the greatest cons, right. One of the greatest pros is for dealing with someone younger would be the opportunity to help them skip certain mistakes that you made. Financially, emotionally, in life. But then that can be a con at the same time, because certain mistakes that we make help us develop to be the humans that we supposed to be.
One has to go through it. So you going through those experiences and now you taking on the role of a teacher. Like to your point, some people have to really go through those things to have those lessons. So when we speak about experiences, some people go through a whole bunch of experiences and that don't mean that they have the lessons. They've just been through a bunch of experiences. Facts. That doesn't mean you're experienced. Being experienced means you've been through some things and you've gained the lessons from those experiences. So being a 40-year-old and say, man, I've been through it, but what have you learned? And I believe the life that you're living at that point would be a testament of what you learned. Just because you've been to Summer Jam and you've been to Miami every year since you was 20 and you had this happen, a shootout with this, but you still doing the same. What have you learned through those experiences? So really learning is what really validates experience, not just going through a whole bunch of experiences. Some people don't need to know that that stove and that burner is hot. I seen somebody else touch it. I know it's hot. I can learn from other people's experience, and I'm experienced vicariously through someone else. So
I'm all for the age difference in relationships, but again, it's back to courting. It's back to choosing the right partners. It has to fit what you want it to fit in what you need as a relationship. But you also got to keep in mind, I mean, if they got a 20-year, I mean, it's a difference just being older. We talking 5-10 years. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking 20 years, 25 years, which a lot of these ladies or men deal with, I know a lot of fellas that's in their 50s that got little 24-year-old girlfriends, 23-year-old girlfriends, you feel me? And they call them sugar daddies type of shit. But they have to be understanding that he has a child your age or she has a child your age. At some point in that relationship, they're going to treat you like a child. It's just one of those things. With age comes the thought that I know more. It comes the cockiness of, I've been through more, I've seen more, you should listen to me because I'm older.
Yes.
You feel me? And whether right or wrong or indifferent, you feel me? That shit ain't always right.
Yeah. And it comes with the resentment on the other end. Like, oh, he or she thinks she know everything.
Yep.
You not my father. You not my mother. Mm-hmm. And
you wet behind the ears. Like it's a lot of insults inside that relationship too.
So you have to the point of knowing how to court and knowing when to court. Both parties have to know if they are adults, they're walking to a situation, really know what you want. Commit to it. If it change, decommit. And that's what it's all about, letting that person know once we are going on this path, if things change, let's talk about it, because I can only go off what you have expressed to me. And if you say you want to be in this situation, I want a man that's going to be an alpha male. I want a man that's going to tell me this. And when it's in play, you're not receiving it how how we discussed it. So let's really decide, because once you are thinking of something, it's totally different than when you're actually in it.
Well, we also, I mean, I know we getting off with that topic, but I love what you was just speaking about, the alpha male and shit like that. We also got to realize a lot of people ask for things, like you said, that they really don't want. But a lot of people trying to provide those things or say that they are that type really don't understand what that type is either.
Come on.
So it's a fucked up sin. Like I get a lot of men that say, "Oh man, I'm the provider. I'm the leader of this household, the man of this household." You are, brother. You are the head of that household if you living like a man is supposed to. That does not mean she bowed to your feet. That does not mean that she follows every fucking demand that you make. It just means that she trusts you to guide her. And you have, as a man, have to put that trust inside of her to make sure that she feels comfortable enough to be guided by you. But again, that's about courting and dating. If she doesn't feel protected enough or comfortable enough to be guided by you, then you also have the wrong chick again, because you shouldn't be with anybody that's not allowing you to be a head. Now, when they say that the man is the head cannot stand on the body alone. It has to have the neck. So let's say that the woman is just the neck. It does not mean that she's any less of you. It does not mean, I know some religions the woman walk behind and things of sort. That's that religion. I don't know enough about it to talk about it, but a relationship is two people walking together. Y'all are a team. You feel me? And even if she's walking behind you, all that means is that when you take the brunt of that hit, if you happen to fall, her importance behind you is to catch you and make sure she raised you back up as you supposed to be, king. But a lot of niggas don't know how to be kings, and a lot of women don't know how to be queens. So the whole thing just gets fucked up in general. But again, and I know we getting off topic, but y'all know how we do. We
Man,
that's what we do. But yeah, we just got to keep in mind, man, when it comes to relationships, again, like we always say, you have to know how you're courting.
Yes.
You have to court honest. You have to court real. You have to be realistic with expectancies. You feel me? Realistically, dating someone 30 years older than you is probably going to have a lot of complications. But realistically, a man dating a woman 5 to 10 years older than him might not have as many complications because... No, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. A woman dating a man 5 or 10 years older than her might not have as many complications because, as they say, women are already developed 3 to 5 years ahead of men anyway. I don't believe in that shit.
I don't.
Because I'm smarter than a lot of you hoes. No, I'm joking. No, but reality, if it goes according to what the statistics state or what the scientific, I mean, that's scientific expertise or whatever the fuck we think about it. We just speak it on personal preference. But they said that the woman brain is developed earlier and things of sorts. So that works better. A woman dating a guy a few years older works better. Not saying, I know people that's dating people 15, 20 years older and they're working wonderful. But in my head, I feel like he at home like, go to sleep now. I just feel that shit. I mean,
it's got to pick your poison out here.
How much of a partner can we be? If I'm 25 years older than her, and again, we just now spoke of what a relationship is supposed to be, man-woman. Man is the head, man takes the lead, woman follows behind, the woman catches the man, be able to raise him up. But they are still equal in partnership, right?
Absolutely.
How equal can we be when you have 25 years less experience than me?
I mean, as far as experience, there's no equality with that aspect. But again, there are other variables with the relationship that you could compensate and provide and be as much as valuable as the one who has the more experience. So it's like the pie, percentage wise, like, yeah, that's you right there. But over here, yeah. So holistically, we already providing to this, this greater cause. So I believe
holistically is not just like herbs and stuff like this, like holistic.
Yeah,
holistic is like whole.
And holistically, it can be mind, body, and spirit with the different compartments of the body how we made up.
This nigga is teaching. That nigga is teaching.
Well, you have WHOLE, and then you have holistic HOLIC. Holistic and whole.
That was holic.
Holistic HOLIC.
Tomato.
Mr. Wilson be tripping. Sometimes that nigga lift that hat over that gate. You don't know what the fuck he about to say. You get it.
Okay.
Nigga around, you know what I meant.
The final question. We know what physical cheating looks like. Could you define emotional cheating and tell which do you think is worse? Physically cheating on someone or emotionally cheating?
Emotionally. Ding, 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 ding. Emotionally, I'm going to tell you because it goes back to the last question of people not knowing the position that they play. Emotionally is a breakdown mentally. So when you emotionally cheat, it's so much that comes with that shit of breaking down that person. So that person becomes a whole new person and forget who the fuck they really is. You feel me? You done told them they ain't worth shit. They had, and I know that's not what the question is, telling them things. But again, when you're not there emotional wise, when you're not there spiritually, when you're not there mentally, when you're not there, all those things other than physically, those are the things that make a person second guess everything about them. Damn. You see them have a conversation with one person and that, the joy is in their eyes. The smile is on their face. Everything is bright about them. But then when they get to you, it's like gloom. Damn, I bring your darkness. I am your darkness. Now you start doubting yourself. So emotionally cheating goes back to more than just I'm going out to flirt with a nigga or I'm going out to flirt with a chick. Emotionally cheating could be with family. It could be with pastor. It could be with church. It could be with anywhere. It's where your emotions lie versus where they not lying.
Yeah.
So I say, go fuck somebody on me. I'd rather catch you fucking a nigga than finding out that I'm laying in bed with a ghost. I'm laying in a bed with an empty fucking, it's just literally a corpse. A corpse means you gotta be dead. A shell of a person. So in a lot of relationships is like that. A lot of people are not dating humans. They are dating flesh. Just flesh. They're not dating spirits. They're not dating emotions. They're not dating what really comes with a person. They're just dating the flesh of what that person shows in the physical. They sleep together. They walk around together. They might even hold hands. But emotionally, they have no connections because one of them have left this relationship. Once you leave that relationship emotionally, see, you could get a person back after they cheat. You could get them back. They cheat. If you choose to forgive them, you can start that relationship over. Y'all can mend it. Y'all can fix it. But once they leave emotionally, that's mentally again, y'all. It's over. Yeah. You can't bring a person emotions back into you.
I agree. The emotions is definitely the like the trump card. Physically, that's the surface. It could be one. Now we all choose. So he's like, hey, just one night. Physically, it happens. Emotionally, now that person has your joy. When y'all good, they come in the house and you're not the reason for that joy. Mm-hmm. When he or she's upset, you're coming in, you getting a transference of that based off of her or him stepping out and having a bad little experience with that person because emotionally they're binded to that person, that individual. Facts. And that controls the dynamic of, the cheater, and it controls the current situation that's being violated through the cheating. So emotionally, it really takes a toll on a relationship. It takes a toll on a person, and they are like on autopilot being in that current situation because all you're getting is the surface, the regular brief encounters, but there's really no substance to it. Mm-hmm. The emotional part of it is what really gauges the person. It really gauges how the relationship is, how you're able to build. So emotionally, if a person got you emotionally, then what they say, that the head gonna fall. Mentally, that's it. A lot of people like to be, I like mental stimulation. I like to be intrigued. When a person got you emotionally, they really have a hold on you.
That's why a lot of comedians be fucking y'all girls. Because they got their emotions. And I know that's, again, it sounds crazy, but that's part of your emotions. That's part. They want to laugh. They want to smile. Come on. He done took your chick. He got your chick because he got her mentally. Once you got somebody mentally, man, you know how many chicks I done stole from dudes just off of the fact that I knew I had her mentally?
Because you had a charisma.
Yeah, what? I had the charisma.
Charismatic.
Listen, trust this. She gonna come home every night to you? but she's not there, or he's not there. I know we always talk on the female end, and I'm sorry if y'all questions. We don't know if it's male or female because Mr. Wilson doesn't tell us. But I always put it back in the female or male or my perspective. But again, man, emotionally cheating is big. It's big. It comes with a lot. You know, it takes a lot to leave a relationship emotionally. It takes a lot to leave a relationship spiritually. It takes a lot to do that. That means it's over. Because literally, how many times have we all had sex out here and it was no emotions involved at all? We just fucking. We just fucking. Did you come? Yeah. Did you come? Yeah. All right, you have a good one. I mean, shit, we might not even ask if you came. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, but once emotions is involved.
They cuddling. They pillow talking.
Oh, they in a wet spot and nobody's complaining.
They talking about the next vacay when the next one they can slap. Yeah, it's a lot going down when the emotions.
Then that question comes. So when we gonna leave? That's the real question. When we gonna leave? I know you tired. You feel me? That mean they got them. They got them.
That's when them love triangles and them real, bad situations start coming up. Where what's your insurance looking like? Life insurance? You got life insurance? Like,
yep.
Man, that's crazy.
So
I got mind control over her.
That's how they be too.
Yeah.
And this shit again. It does not just mean that they're cheating emotionally with somebody that they're fucking. I mean, shit, she could emotionally cheat with the bingo hall, or he could emotionally cheat with the basketball court. Anything that they're using to put their all into instead of you, they're starting to
That's a good point.
move away.
That's a good point.
They're moving away. Their emotions is there. He come home mad as shit about the basketball game. Man, motherfucking little rah-rah didn't pass the motherfucking ball. This, that, and another. Ain't never asked you how your day was. This nigga ain't seen you in 24 fucking hours. But he telling you about Lil Rah Rah. Man, that Lil Rah Rah, then them bitch gonna quit. He can't slam dunk. Worse shit, keep trying to slam dunk. He mad as shit about this game. He ain't asked you how your day was. He is not emotionally there no more.
Careers and everything.
He's gone.
They
Oh, man. I done put... and first one, can anybody stand over there? Me! I can stay over. Me!
That's real right there. Like, that's...
I stay home. I can pull a 24-hour tonight, boss. Have nowhere to be. Nowhere, I promise.
Real.
So, yeah, man, I'm going with emotional cheating, man. Physical ain't shit either. I ain't taking you back for a physical cheat either. But what I'm saying is, if we got to compare the two,
emotions, hands down.
Hands down, man. You want to tell them anything before we go? I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson. That was all, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was some great questions. I appreciate everyone, the listeners and the viewers. These are some great questions. Like on the spot, we just got shooting from the hip. But what I want to say is, definitely some merch coming out real soon, changing your mentality, changing your reality. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Derrick Johnson Jr. apparel.
Word. And I'm gonna start selling condoms for all y'all cheaters. You know what it is. Cards face up condoms, rubbers. Look, man. We appreciate all of the support, all the follows, all the sincere comments, and all of the sincere questions that y'all ask us. We're trying to get to all of them, continue to submit them. We all going to get to all of them at one point or another. So it's never too many. It's never not enough. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, we support y'all just like y'all support us. We thank y'all. Make sure you follow the official YouTube page for Cards Face Up Podcast, which is Cards Face Up TV. We also got the Cards Face Up Podcast page, which you need to follow also. Keep in mind, my website, www.cardsfaceuppodcast.com. You could go there and sign up for the email list. It's very important. Like he just said, we got merch. You never know when he gonna send merch out. I'm gonna send merch out. Extraordinary Publishing gonna send merch out. Free merch. Shit like that. You catch all the deals. Be signed up. You understand? Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. Click any motherfucking button that's underneath this video, wherever the motherfucker's at. You feel me? Except for the thumbs down. Peace.